Alright, so in today's video, what we're going to be doing is one of my buddies is coming down and we're going to install a set of maxpeeding rod coilovers on his Mustang. I actually built him a small angle kit, like modded the knuckles for him. So we're going to get all that installed today, maybe do something with his rack and pinion and whatnot. But today's video is sponsored by maxpeeding rods. We've used them in the past. They've actually reached out to me because of one of my videos they've seen where we had issues with the rear shocks. So I've worked with them and trying to find a shock that works for the car. So today we're gonna get those installed and see how they work, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna work pretty good. So we're gonna hop in there and get them installed and see what we got. And one more thing before we get started, maxpeeding rod did sponsor this video, but we have used them in the past. We've used these coilovers on 4 different Mustangs, Honda Element. So we're pretty familiar with them and like the quality of them, we have used them. We have broke one shock on a Mustang one time, and that was because we went off track. But other than that, like, we have drifted on these things very hard. Like, we put them through their paces, and for the money, you cannot beat them. So just because they sponsor us, we're not trying to talk good about them and say they're good. I mean, they're cheaper coilovers, but they work and we love them. So we're actually probably going to get a set for another car that we're messing with for my son. So that'll be in a later video. So, and John's got a 325i now. So he's got a BMW. So we're hoping that maxpeeding rods wants to maybe come on board, and we'll try a set on a BMW to see how we like them on that. So we're gonna be doing something with his car probably in the next couple weeks. He's gonna go drifting for the first time, and we're gonna get him in his BMW. We already got a little eBay angle kit we're gonna do on it, just something small. We're gonna do some wheel spacers on the front so nothing hits, but stay tuned for that video because December 11th we're going drifting with it. So we're gonna try to get some things going. If maxpeeding rod doesn't want to come on board and sponsor that video for us, we're gonna buy a set anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's hop in there and get this Mustang going. So here's the Mustang we're doing all the stuff to, my buddy Anthony's car. So we got the maxpeeding rod coilovers, little homemade angle kit, modified knuckles, and the new updated shocks for the Mustang that we're gonna be trying out. This is pretty much gonna help this car. This one right here. We'll be able to use the dampening shocks on the rear. That's gonna be nice. But yeah. Getting with it.
Pretty much 1 inch in the front.
I need to give it some ugga-duggas for the.
We'll give it some.
Top. I need to.
So with the maxpeeding rod coilovers, if you use factory hardware, this part right here's got to be cut off. Here's your factory lower bolt. It makes contact. So we're going to clearance that so that bolt can go through, so we can use the factory bolt. Alright, so we got one of the maxpeeding rod coilovers installed. Well, actually both of them. Got the modded lowers on. Getting ready to put the knuckles on now. Get this thing buttoned up. Then we can start on the rear. One thing about these Mustangs and drifting that I've learned, the control arm almost needs to be straight across. This one's actually up just a little bit because I got the car kind of low. The lower you go with these cars and this arm starts traveling up, you get anti-squat. When you get on and off the throttle, when you get on the throttle, the tire and the body tries to separate, which anti-squat pushes the tire into the ground. And that's not good if you're trying to drift and it will make the car grip up super hard. So what I've learned is having the car up a little bit in the rear will actually cause the car to squat just a little bit. But once you get them arms at too bad of an angle, the car goes into anti-squat mode and pretty much separates the tire from the body, which is it's what you want for drag racing, but not for this. So we got it. We're gonna test it and see where it's at, but we're pretty good right here. And with the new shocks, as you can see now, I got the car, pretty much I got a tripod jack in the front. I got the rear end jacked up pretty much where it's gonna be at. And now you can see with these shorter shocks, you have a good bit of travel in here. As before with the ones that usually come with these, you're already bottomed out in here. You could honestly take the spring out and the car would sit almost factory ride height with the shocks that used to come with these kits. I did have somebody comment on my video saying that Max Speeding Rods finally fixed it. So hopefully with these new, I'm pretty sure this is the same shock body that comes on E46s from what we went through, and we found they seem to work pretty good. They bolt up perfectly fine on this car. So we got some room. We got some room for travel now, so that's good. So we're gonna button this thing up and get done. And we are done. Once we get some wheels on it that are a little smaller, them are 19, so we can't really go that low because they rub. Man, this thing looks so much better. You honestly can see it. You can see it different. Like stepping back, you can see it's lower. It's got a lot of ground clearance because it's got 19-inch wheels on it. Which ain't a bad thing for the track we go to.
Nah.
All right, getting ready to go for a ride. See how these coilovers ride.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of input for a little bit of steering.
You can tell that the angle's there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're done. So what do you think, Anthony? How's it ride?
Oh man, ride's awesome. I'm excited to get to try it out.
To be a budget coilover, they're really, I mean, they work. Can't wait to get this thing to the track and try it out. But yeah, we're done.
Awesome.
Back's a little low. We're gonna bring it up just probably a 1/4 inch, but other than that, we are done. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. We got the car done. We're gonna do some final adjustments here later, but he's very happy with how the car rides. It rides really good. Like it's got I don't know, it's got the normal bounce that a coilover gives you, which is totally normal. It's pretty stiff, which is what we want for drifting, and you can actually go super low with them coilovers on that car. Now that the rear shocks are like fixed the problem we had with them. But that's gonna be it. If you want to, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you watching. Until the next one.